We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast and he was speaking on Conor McGregor's situation. I was real happy that that's how he responded to Conor McGregor's BS. If you don't know, I'm a huge fan of Joe Rogan. Huge fan of MMA, huge fan of the UFC. But Connor not so much, man. His diva antics, I've never found them funny. Um, and to be more serious with this, Connor claims that he did what he did to help out his friend, Artem Lobov. Now, to be honest with you, it would take industrial, corporate, heavyweight lawyers for him to ever fight in the UFC again. Not Conor McGregor, but Artem Lobov. Why? He's not a big name in MMA. He's only known simply because he's Conor McGregor's sparring partner. He's very loyal to Conor McGregor. You know, you never heard of some nasty injury that Conor's suffering due to bad sparring or something of that sort. But everybody knows that he's not that known. Would you be surprised if he fights again in the UFC? Yes. Why? Why would they bring up a name like that stirred up trouble, by bringing Conor McGregor here and starting that beef with Khabib into the octagon? That's how I looked at it at first. But this is the Ultimate Fighting Championship, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it would be silly for the UFC to ignore the fact that Artem's involvement in all of this gave them a press and media monster. Why? Their biggest star is on trial for possible felonies. He might have his work visa revoked, and that means that the only way he can make money is if he tours outside of the US, forcing the UFC to travel to new destinations and old destinations such as Russia and Ireland, respectively. Now, the money talk aside, I don't think Artem is gonna fight in the UFC anytime soon, if ever. Why? The risk to return ratio for Artem and the UFC is very low. Now, if you ask me about Conor McGregor and his UFC situation, I think that UFC is going to keep Conor for at least the next 5 years. Why? They can milk a Khabib fight out of him. They can milk a Tony Ferguson fight out of him. They can milk a Nate Diaz fight out of him, and they can milk a Floyd Mayweather fight out of him. Conor McGregor is the UFC's cash cow. There's no way they're gonna let him go. Not happening. He is the UFC's biggest cash cow. When Brock Lesnar comes back, maybe we can talk numbers, but still, they won't let him go. He is the equivalent to Peyton Manning in the NFL, the equivalent to LeBron James in the NBA. Less talented than LeBron, if you ask me, but he's a big deal, and I don't think the UFC is gonna let him go simply because he's misbehaving. I mean, your parents don't kick you out your house simply because you're misbehaving. They can discipline you, and I think the UFC will have to discipline Conor in ways that are beyond just money. Like, I don't know. We'll see. But from the fighter side, I'm glad that they all suing Conor. He deserves it. And yeah, this is turning out to be something big in Conor McGregor's life that might benefit him at the end of the day if he plays his cards right. But let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.